out of everything, who do you think won? Which brand is better? Road Dogg. See, everyone? And look it over here on the floor because I couldn't get them to stand. That's wrong. This is SmackDown. See that? Drew McIntyre right there. Billy Gunn. So out of each brand, which brand won? Let me know in the comments about which brand you think won. Joseph Wrestling Collects out. What is up, everyone? Dang, the phone fell. Sorry about that. But what is good, everyone? Back with another video today. And I'm doing a 2026 draft. Alright, let's get into it. So, look at all the figures. The ring. We're going to be doing Raw and SmackDown. Well, I'm going to. I don't know why I keep saying we, but, so, the way this is going to start, I'm going to pick a wrestler for Raw, then I'm going to pick a wrestler for SmackDown, and that's how pretty much going to do it. So, if my brother starts being annoying. But, so what we're going to be doing now is, I'm going to pick action figure to go on to the SmackDown side. This is going to be SmackDown's bucket. Actually, no, this is going to be my bucket. And then it's going to be Raw's bucket because it's broken. Wait, no. The one I put down on the chair is Raw. This one's SmackDown. I don't know why I keep saying that. But, so I'm starting off with SmackDown. SmackDown's first pick will be The Miz. He's already on SmackDown, so it makes sense. Raw's first pick will be Jey Uso. Yeet. For SmackDown's second pick, they're gonna pick Bray Wyatt. Or Raw will pick Roman Reigns. I have to. It's Roman Reigns. SmackDown's third pick, sorry. Their third pick will be from the AEW selection, Mr. Brody Lee. That's a major impact. I ain't even gonna lie. For Raw's third pick, they're gonna pick the Viper, Randy Orton. Good fig. For SmackDown's fourth pick, they're gonna pick none other than John Cena. For Raw's fourth pick, they're gonna have to pick Stone Cold Steve Austin. For SmackDown's fifth pick, they're gonna pick CM Punk, as I like to call him, CM Peach. Alright. For Raw's fifth pick, they're gonna pick me, my wrestler. I use this Jey Uso because it doesn't look like him as my figure. That's a major impact. Now for SmackDown's sixth pick, they're gonna pick Daniel Bryan or Daniel Bryanson. For my next pick, sixth pick for the Raw roster, we're gonna pick. This is hard. LA Knight, yeah. SmackDown's next pick will be Cody Rhodes. I know you guys can barely even see them. Cody Rhodes. Sorry if you can't see him. So, my next pick will be none other than The Undertaker. SmackDown's next pick will be the Ring General, Gunther. My next is going to be Kevin Owens. SmackDown's next pick will be none other than, you know his name, you should know his name, but do you think you know him? My next pick is going to be, this is hard because he has so much talent. It's going to be Ricochet. And now, SmackDown's next pick is going to have to be Xavier Woods. Great figure, too. I love that figure. My next pick is going to be Brock Lesnar. For their next pick, they're going to pick Ric Flair. Woo! For my next pick, this is going to be hard, but I'm going to have to go, and I'm going to have to pick Seth freaking Rollins. SmackDown's next pick, they're going to pick Kane. No more Brothers of Destruction. My next pick, I'm going to pick Jon Moxley, a.k.a. Dean Ambrose. For their next pick, they're going to go, we're going to go back all the way over here. They're going to pick the Ultimate Warrior. My next pick, this is hard, but I'm going to pick Sting. For their next pick, they're going to pick Mr. Kennedy. My next pick, I'm going to pick none other than Goldberg. For their next pick, they're going to pick none other than Big E. For my next pick, I'm going to have to, I want to, but I'm going to pick none other than Jimmy Uso. No you. For their next pick, they're going to be picking Rey Mysterio. None other. A legend. That's a legend right there. For my next pick, I'm going to pick Montez Ford. Their next pick, they're going to pick Carl Anderson. For my next pick, we got to complete them. Angelo Dawkins. Their next pick, they're going to pick, oh yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage. For my next pick, this is hard now. There's like good people. But, it's hard, but I'm going to have to go with Shawn Michaels. For their next pick, they're going to pick Solo Sikoa. For my next pick, dang, this just got crazy now. I'm gonna have to. Sami Zayn, which should have never got beaten for his championship. But now, for their pick, they want Hulkamania with them. Might have some beef on that brand because of CM Punk telling Hulk Hogan he would throw his dusty, out over the top rope for the Royal Rumble. But yeah, see how that goes. But now, for my pick, the Latino Heat. You know his name. You should. Eddie Guerrero. Let's move on to action figures that are still in from this side over here. So now, their next pick will be none other than Bruno Sammartino. That's a big one right there. For my next pick, I'm going to pick Logan Paul. Can we fire Logan Paul? Can we fire Logan Paul? Don't actually fire him, please. We need Logan Paul. But for their next pick, they're gonna pick none other than the Total Package, Lex Luger. For my next pick, man, this is crazy now. I'm gonna pick Andre the Giant. That's a big one right there. For their next pick, they're gonna pick none other than Cesaro. For my next pick, I'm gonna pick Rhea Ripley. The only girl action figure I actually have, so that's good. For their next pick, they're gonna pick none other than Triple H. For my next pick, I'm probably gonna have to pick. Man, I was going for that Dirty Dom, but no, pick Jeff Hardy. For their next pick, they're gonna pick Sheamus. For my next pick, dang man, my next pick, I'm gonna have to go and pick up X-Pac. X-Pac is one of the most talented guys back then on the roster, but I had to pick him. For their next pick, they're gonna pick Big Boss Man. For my next pick, I'm gonna pick Booker T. For their next pick, they're gonna pick Jamal. For my next pick, I'm gonna pick Darby Allin. For their next pick, they're gonna pick Chris Jericho. For my next pick, I had it, but I don't know. Because action figures in the boxes come last, but for my next pick, I have to get Player 1, AJ Styles. For their next pick, they're going to pick Kenny Omega. For my next pick, I'm going to pick Shane O'Mac. For their next pick, they're going to pick none other than Christian. For my next pick, I'm going to pick up Al Snow. I need to get a better view of that. And then you see top of his head? Look, it says help me on the top of his head. Probably from getting beaten up so much. But for their next pick, they're gonna pick up Dirty Dom. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they picked up him. So the New Day are all, like, 2 of them are there at SmackDown. So my next pick is going to be Austin Theory. Their next pick will be Xavier Woods to complete the New Day. New Day is all on SmackDown. My next pick is going to be Matt Hardy. SmackDown's next pick will be, Shinsuke Nakamura. My next pick for the regular action figures is Finn Balor. Now, like I said, box action figures are last. We got Road Dogg, Jesse James. Let me bring them over here. Road Dogg, Jesse James. And we got the new Age Outlaws. Then we got Ultimate Edition Drew McIntyre. I'm going to review these on the channel over the following weeks because I don't want to do one video that's not exciting. Our next is The Rock. That's it. All 4 of those. So, since I got last pick, they get first. They're going to pick the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. Dang, that's a big one. But mine's even bigger because I'm going to pick The Rock. For their next pick, they're splitting up the New Age Outlaws. And they're going to take Road Dogg. Wait, do they want Road Dogg? No, they want Billy Gunn. They want Billy Gunn. Because I don't want Road Dogg. They're going to take Billy Gunn. So now, take a second.